Hey guys, this is Nathan and welcome back to Forever Stranded. Hope you guys are doing good today. I am doing great. So, I've been doing a little bit of stuff between episodes. Did a little bit more mining in the deep dark, and I've got a little something to show you guys on that. But also, I have been doing a little bit more work here on the power plant. And so we have the exterior of the upstairs almost fully completed. I still need to get the bits up on the top of it, but it is kind of getting enclosed. So I don't know for sure how we're going to have our access into this room, but this room will only be power storage and the integrated dynamics that is controlling the generators. So all of the refined storage, all of our other machines, this stuff is all going to get pulled out so that it can be used somewhere else. And you know what, I'm going to drop off all of this stuff in here. That is the stuff that I use for building. So yeah, the other thing is you may notice a bunch of the chests that were up here are gone. And that's because I found out that non-stackable items only take up one spot in the refined storage system. So if we were to put non-stackable items into an applied energistics storage system, it would take a type off of the disk and a huge amount of data off of the disk. Well, so we can actually see this very easily if we look at this. So currently we have 63,541 and 3280. So we will go ahead and grab one of these guys out of there. 63,541, so that did not change. And now we are at 3279. So now if I put this back in there, it will go onto the first disk, so that will take it to 63,542. So we'll go ahead and drop that in there, and 63,542. Like I said, refined storage, it is such a great mod. So yeah, we have all of the tools, armor, all of that junk that we had in chests because I thought that it was going to be a problem in the storage system is now in the storage system. And so basically everything is in here. Every single individual item takes one spot. So between these two drives, or these two disks, we are capable of holding 128,000 items. We are a bit over half of that right now. So yeah, that is pretty cool. And I missed putting my black glass in there. But I am going to work on this a little bit, but that's not what we're going to be working on today. I actually have a little something down here that we need to work on. That is these guys. So, our soul shards. So I have gotten a tier 5 blaze shard. I've actually gotten 2 of them. But I have gotten a tier 5 blaze shard, and we already had the tier 5 enderman shard. And I am slowly working on getting a skeleton shard. The bat? No. No. Oh. Are you kidding? I must have accidentally killed a bat. Well, that kind of makes me mad. But anyway, I was having problems with these mob fans from the mob grinding utilities, and I figured out the problem was there was a torch in front of the fan. And that is enough to stop the fan from working. So yeah, I removed the torch and it started working just fine. But what I want to do is I actually want to make a space here in the city that we can have our soul shards and actually have automated mob killing when we are here. And a big reason for that is for the Blaze and the Enderman. We need those to be able to keep these guys powered. Obviously, Eyes of Ender are going to need Ender Pearls and Blaze Powder to be crafted. And if we run out, we're in a heck of a terrible shape. So what I am thinking that I may do with that is, the way that this path is going here, I kind of want it to start on another upward, staircase here. And so that's going to leave a huge amount of space underneath, which we have a huge amount of space underneath here. So I think this would be a great place to set up these soul shards. So I think I'm going to try to work something out here. We'll get the first couple of killing rooms built up. And of course we will want to be able to have a control room for that somewhere, because of course soul shards can be turned on and off with redstone signal. So I'm going to try to get something figured out there. And I will be perfectly honest, I feel like, because I found myself doing this a lot, when I come up here, I want to just run straight down through here, because it is by far the shortest path. So I'm thinking I may move this path over here. I just feel like that logically makes more sense. I am not entirely sure what we're going to do with the Deep Dark portal. But I guess I did say there was something I wanted to show you guys on that. So the mining in the Deep Dark, it brought about a little bit of something that I thought that we were going to have to work really hard to get. But it turns out that we don't. So if we come down to the reverse direction, let's just start scrolling down here, and there it is. Our first draconium ore. So draconium ore is found very low in the world, and in fact I think it only spawns from Y5 and lower. So yes, draconium ore. It doesn't even give the information about that, but it does say that we can get it from environmental tech with a fairly high percentage off of the purple lens. And the uses on this, we should actually be able to get a decent return on this, because the pyro concentrator with either cinnabar or rich slag will give us a 4 ingot with 1 ore, and that just takes a little bit of blazing pyrotheum. Now if we were to combine it with sand, we would get 3 with a small chance of that rich slag, but if we don't get a lot more of this stuff, that's definitely not going to be the route that I go. We can get cinnabar and rich slag from quite a few good places, so I think that we'll be giving that a good look over to see if we can figure out how to get plenty of that. So yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm going to get to work trying to get, well, I'm going to try to get the last little bit of this upstairs, the roof portion of this finished up, figure out how we're going to be coming up here, and then I'm going to start working on those spawning rooms. And with that, the top of the power factory is finished, and I have to say, I kind of like that, with the buildings just literally smashed up against each other. I don't know if I mentioned it, but I also spread the smokestacks back a little bit. So now, instead of only having 1 block between them, there is 2 blocks between them. Now currently I still have torches up on them, and we can see a couple of torches here when we look from this side. But one of you guys had a great idea of putting lights, kind of like the clearance lights that you would see from large structures, when they have to have for aerial, so that airplanes can see them. Might do a little bit of experimenting with that. I like the idea, so we'll just have to see. Now, I was looking at what we've got going on down here, and I have to say, the first thing is, there's not a lot of height here. I'm not extraordinarily thrilled about the prospect of making a really small spawner here. I know that it would spawn an awful lot of things just the same, but, you know, I'm not thrilled about that. I do think I'm still going to put at least the blaze spawner, like, in this corner, and we could put the Enderman out here so that it could be a little bit taller. But I was thinking about the block palette for under here. Now, of course, we are going to be in the bowels of the base, basically. And so I want to use a slightly different block and introduce a new texture and color. And so I noticed these guys. Mud bricks from Tinker's Construct. Now, the way that we make these is by throwing dirt into a smeltery, and we get the liquid dirt, and then we just run it back out into an ingot cast, and we get the mud bricks. Now, of course, that is going to be very time consuming to get a decent amount of these, but what I'm going to do is go and grab a little bit of dirt, and we're going to just see exactly what these things look like. Because, I mean, don't want to commit to anything heavily before we've actually seen it. Now, we do have an awful lot of dirt. Of course, you know, we've been getting a lot of this, but this still does not add up to much by the time it's all said and done. Now, of course, with the deep dark, we can get an absolute massive amount of dirt now. So I will probably be just doing some quarrying there. But let's go ahead and get into the smeltery. And we're going to turn that off. Let's throw just one of these in. That should give us enough. Let's see, how fast does that melt? Not extraordinarily fast. So now what we're going to do is pick that up, grab the casting basin, or casting table, and I just realized we need an ingot mold, which we do happen to have up here. Now, if we are going to use these, what I may have to do is try to push for faster smelting. We do have a little bit of the bricks left. We can make a lot more. And so we could make a monstrous smeltery. The problem is we don't have the drains. But let's see here. So, ingot. And there's our ingot cast. So let's go ahead and get this out of here. Still need to figure out the entrance to this place. So we should have one bit of the melted dirt here now. So, really, that gives 3 ingots worth per dirt. So let's go ahead and turn that on. What? Oh, no, that's 432 ingots free. Okay, so we're going to need a bunch more of this. Let's go ahead and get some more. Oh, no. Feathers! Not feathers. Oh, we got to do something with those chickens. So they have been dumping their eggs in here. Good Lord. How many eggs do we have by now? Almost 5,000 eggs. What in the heck are we going to do with 5,000 eggs? Oh my God. Alright, well, we have a whole bunch here now. So, okay, we are getting them. So let's go ahead and make our first mud brick. Let's take a look at this. So, I mean, yeah, it definitely feels like it would fit in. Really? Do we need like a shovel for this or something? Man, that does not break very good. We'll try a shovel. But, I mean, it gives kind of a dark and dingy look. We do not even have a shovel on us. So, yeah, I think those will work at a bare minimum for the floor, because they do kind of look like these guys, just with a slightly different color and an ever so slight difference in the texture. So, yeah, I will say I kind of like them. So yeah, I'm gonna make a whole bunch of these. Looks like they're going out fairly quickly. So let's go ahead and throw all that dirt in there. That is a good portion of our dirt, I will say. So yeah, we got a decent amount here. Can we get 2 more so that we can at least get... There we go. So yeah, I guess that's going to be a process I'm going to have to let go for a while. So I'm going to get to work on the spawners. I will see you guys in a little bit. So I think I'm just about ready to activate the first of our mob spawners. It has been a blood moon tonight. Thankfully, no mobs. No mobs. None whatsoever. But there is one thing that I am missing still, and that is a mob masher from Mob Grinding Utilities. And yes, you guys had brought this up as a potential for dealing with our mobs quite some time ago. So I want to give this thing a try. So we need a lot of iron swords, a few diamonds, a block of redstone, a block of iron, and then these iron spikes, which is just another block of iron and some iron swords. So I don't know how many of these. Yeah, I kind of figured as much. Not going to be able to make a lot of those, but we needed 2 of them. So we need a couple more swords. And I guess those won't stack. What am I thinking? And so now we have those 2. And then we need 2 more. Okay. So yes, let's go ahead and get 2 more, and that should do this. Now I have no idea what we need for this thing to work, so we're going to give it a shot and see what it does. Now I do have a bunch of redstone conduit with me because I do want to be able to have this thing turn on and off based on the demands of the system. So I did do a little bit more work down here, extended out the wall over here because otherwise it looked goofy, and I made a tunnel going into the bottom of the base. So we have this. This is the internal hallways of the bowels of the base. Feels very well supported. Put the mud bricks along the perimeter of the walkway, kept the sandstone bricks in the center. Put oak trap doors along the top because otherwise it was just way too much sandstone. And then we have sandstone walls with torches on top of them, a little bit of oak fences, and then this is dark glass from Extra Utilities. So this will stop any light from going through, but we can still see through, as we can see here. But so this wraps all the way around this. Obviously, this side is still open, so... Oh, and it looks like I forgot the oak fences here in a couple of spots. Well, you know what? We can't have that. Oh, well, that's why I don't have any oak fences on there. Because I ran out. Okay. Well, anyway, so I think we are going to put the mob masher in this corner over here. So let's go ahead and place this thing down. Okay. So now, I'm guessing from the fact that it has a redstone block in it, yes. Okay, so. Painful? Very painful. Okay, so what we need is to be able to power that thing. So I think what we're going to do, this should actually work. So what we're going to do is we are going to take that right there, put a redstone conduit there. We will put that block back down, and then with this we should be able to... Actually, can we turn it? We'll just turn it on that way. And then this side over here, we will break out this one. And can I hit that? There we go. So now if I put this block back, we can put a torch here, and that should turn that thing... no. Okay. Well, that is a little bit of a problem. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and remove a little bit of this. So... Oh, I know what the problem is. Strong signal. There we go. That is exactly what the problem was. Alright, so at least we can now turn that on and off. But I guess for now we'll leave it on. Now, in order to be able to move the mobs, we need the contents of this box here. So, we have our mob fans, and we have a bunch of upgrades here. So let's go ahead and put these in, and I think, where... I think I'm going to put them... That's right, I have a ranged collector up there. Mob fans are going to face the other direction, so I need to go around from the outside and put them in there. No, they do face it from the inside. Okay, well, that's fine. I'm actually glad that they face from the inside. But this will easily be able to push all the mobs in. We only need 2 mob width upgrades in each of these. And then we will take the... Oh, that's only 5. And then we will throw 1 height upgrade in each of these. But that is only 5, so... well, let's just see here. If we turn this guy on... That's actually good. That's enough. So let's go ahead and turn that back off. Perfect. Alright, so I did not expect that to work out that well. Alright, so we only need 2 width upgrades, 5 fan, and that. And then we will do the same thing on this side so that we push all of these guys right down into that corner. So 2, 5, and 1. 2, 5. Whoops. 2, 5, and 1. Alright. So that should take care of all of that. So the next thing is the actual spawner itself. So for the moment, I am going to just run this right out. We will break this. We're just going to run this right out from the side. Yeah, that's a bit too far. So if we go right there. Now, this is not ideal, but it should work. So now we will put our soul cage right here. That should connect directly to that. Oh! Ooh. Heat. There we go. Okay. And this should... Yeah. That's cute. Alright. So, let's go ahead and grab this. No! Stupid ranged collector. It's just grabbing all of my stuff. Alright, so we're most of the way there. Because we broke all of those out. Well, we have a little bit of sandstone here. Let's just go ahead and block this for a moment. This will actually be kind of fun because when we turn... I don't think we'll get anything spawning in there at the moment. There we go, there's all of our stuff. By the way, I set this up to help me out. An auto placer from... actually additions in front of the saw, and then we have this because, well, I had it set up above and everything shut down, but so this will automatically place logs or planks in front of the saw, and then the ranged collector collects them. So really what we probably should do is you know what, let's do that. We'll go ahead and set the whitelist on that thing, and then at least it won't be picking up everything anymore. Okay, so let's set this down. I think we're just about ready for this. So we are going to go for the blaze to start out with. Shouldn't have any mobs in there. We don't. And so we'll go ahead and put this guy in, be ready to get out of here, and quickly place our blocks back down. And, yeah. Okay, good. Got that? No! Okay, we'll turn that back off. We'll turn this guy on. Now we're going to go around to all of our fans and power them. So we need a bit in front of there, there, and there. Yes. Nice. Oh, it's still spawning. What? Why is it still spawning? Uh-oh. That's a bit of a problem. Do blaze not stop? Still, that is pretty impressive. And we are getting solidified experience from this. Oh, look at how fast that's going. Yeah, they just continually spawn. Doesn't matter. That's going to be a bit of a problem. Well, I don't know what I'm going to do about that because this is spawning way too fast. I guess we could try to triangulate it from the top and pull the thing out from the top. It's about the only thing that I can think of. Well, I'm glad that we tried this out. I know that the Enderman shut off. So I don't know if maybe we just have to have light in there also. I don't know. I may have to do a little bit of research on this. So yeah, I'm going to try to get that back out of there and figure out how we can fully shut this thing down. So unfortunately for now, it does not appear that the blaze can be turned off in the soul shard spawners. Now the Enderman can be. I don't know for sure why the blaze are not. But so what we will do, anytime that we need blaze rods, we will come up here. This is directly above the spawner. So all that we have to do is come up here. We can click this on there and then just place these back in there so that nothing can spawn up here. And then we can go down and turn everything on. Now, I would kind of like to make it to where all of the fans are controlled by a single lever with the redstone cable or conduit running underneath. But I did set up a ranged collector here, so that should pick up all of the items. I have an empty chest here. Let's go ahead and turn this on and see. Okay, so yeah, our item... Oh, wait. Whitelist. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. I would say our item magnet... Okay, it is still going to pick this stuff up. So that is a bit unfortunate. So, is there anything that we can do with this thing to make it to where it doesn't work? I don't know. We may have to look at a different magnet, but you can see this is making stuff rather quickly. You know, we almost have a stack of blaze rod already. So I think what we'll want to do is set up like a reinforced cache or something along those lines to be able to have all of this stuff in it. And you know what? We're just going to throw our item magnet in there for the moment. And let's go ahead and throw these in there too, just to get a little bit of stuff out of our inventory. But so yes, this is working very well. We have tons of blaze rods coming in. I did have a whole bunch more here that I got earlier. So these we'll just go ahead and throw into our system. And yeah, I don't have the stack upgrade up there right now, so it is going rather slow. But we could also set up an ender chest here that would automatically be putting this stuff into the system if we wanted to. But yes, this is working great. Look at all of that. Now, the two item conduits are pulling the items out as fast as we're getting them. That is a good sign. But I do have a lot of work still to do to get set up for the Enderman spawner. Now, I tried putting the Enderman into this spawner here, and I don't know if it's because it's not tall enough or what, but the Enderman would not spawn in this one. So I think what we're going to have to do for the Enderman spawner is dig down one extra block here. I'm just hoping that bats don't start spawning. But I guess if they do, it won't be a terrible loss because they should still get killed by the mob masher pretty easily. So, yeah, this is working real good. Like I say, I gotta get this other spawning room set up, and I'm gonna do that between episodes because I think I'm out of time for this one. So I'm gonna say thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the episode, be sure to give a thumbs up. If you are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. If you have any thoughts about what I've been working on or anything that you want to see, be sure to leave that down in the comments, and I will see you next time. Bye!